So hello everybody, and today we've got something a little bit different. So this is a kind of primer for some of the shows that we might have when Rangoli Radio goes live. I'm joined by two ladies here, and they're from the Art of Better Living. So let me start by asking them to introduce themselves. Helen, do you want to start by introducing yourself first?
Sure. So my name's Helen and I'm based in Leeds, and I work at the University of Leeds. I'm a teacher there. And my work's taken me to so many different places, different countries, but I spent a large amount of my time, 15 years in fact, in Argentina. I'm also a mum, and I've been a teacher of breathing techniques and meditation now for, since 2008, and that's my real passion. So that's for the art of living, and it's something that I do in my free time. I'm a volunteer.
Awesome, thank you. And Rachna?
Yes, hi Rashik. First of all, a big thank you for having us here. I'm Rachna. I'm based in South Manchester, and I'm a globetrotter. I've lived in 9 countries before I came to this country in 2005. I'm a mother, I'm a mom, I'm a teacher. I have multiple hats, and I came across this course about 10 years ago, and since then I went on to be a teacher. And that's my journey. And I'm really excited to share with the audience today a little bit more about what we do as well.
That's fantastic. It sounds like you have a wonderful life, and all these different hats you have. But let's we're here to talk about the art of living, and I suspect many of the listeners won't know anything about this. Rachna, do you want to tell us a little bit more about the art of living and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Rashik, first of all, art of living is really just the art of living, and that's how the entire organization. So we're actually a non-profit organization. We are a global organization. We are based in more than 150 countries. And for all our viewers tonight, we are actually we have 15 centers only in North England. And it's totally run by volunteers like us, like myself, Helen, we all volunteers. And we give our free time to the techniques, and we run self-development programs. And that's really, in a very short nutshell, this is what we really do. Yes.
Yeah, so it's great that you all volunteer your time to help people, cope with some of these things. And as I think about the situation we find ourselves in, mental health is a major challenge, especially during the pandemic. And helping people cope with this is quite a challenge. And maybe Helen, you want to talk a little bit about your mental health in the current context and how people should try and cope with this.
Yeah, it's been a tough year, and many people have experienced feelings of anxiety and loneliness and depression. And it's really interesting because no one teaches us at school how to manage our emotions or how to manage our mind. And a lot of people talk about physical aspects of our well-being, but we don't really focus, I think, enough on the mental aspects of our well-being. And it's interesting how we talk a lot about physical hygiene, but we don't talk about mental hygiene. So what the Art of Living does is it offers evidence-based breathing techniques and meditation, which are really powerful tools to help cope with all of these feelings that we can have at any time, but particularly that happens in the last year. And so through these simple tools, you can really calm the mind, you can reduce your anxiety, and another really important aspect of it is you can boost your immunity. So it does work on all layers. And one of the things that we do teach, which is very powerful, is called the Tulsian or the sky breathing technique. And it's a very powerful rhythmic breathing that we teach on a course. We teach that on a 3-day program. And personally for me, as a single mum juggling my work at university, have been juggling homeschooling, and just getting through everyday challenges, having that tool, having the Tulsian has helped me just go through it. Because you can't avoid situations, as we've seen in the last year. We'll have ups and downs in our lives, but having a tool to navigate that, I think, is just what I've really gained. And that's also one of the reasons I've gone on to become an instructor and teacher as well.
So wonderful. I mean, often you can see physical disabilities, but you can't see mental illness at all. And it manifests itself in very, very different ways. And anxiety is one of those very difficult challenges that people face, and it's usually because of circumstances outside their control. So really, as I think through this, and there's a whole range of services out there, and maybe Rachna, you can help us understand, what the services are and how people can access the services that you provide.
Sure. So, Rashik, our Art of Living brand is actually offering these varied program across all age groups. So we have youth program, we have program with adults, we have corporate programs. At the Art of Living, we actually have 57 different courses. And our foundation course is called the Breath and Meditation Workshop. And that's actually a paid program. But for that, we also offer Beyond Breath, which is our brand for it's free service. And if people can go on Eventbrite, they can actually just look for that and they can come on our free sessions. Like, for example, next week, we're having one session literally every day of the week. And throughout the pandemic, we did a lot of work with the communities and we were offering free meditations and we were doing it throughout the entire year. And it's still continuing. So we can do that. And the ones who are interested, they can also write to us. Helen's email address is helenf@uk.artofliving.org. And mine is Rachna at uk.artofliving.org. They can even write to us if they want something really specific, either to do with children or with adults or with corporate. Then we can guide them, because we offer like a range of products, you can say. And it can be sometimes a little bit confusing. So just connecting with one of us will kind of help us to help them better. So this is our free sessions we've spoken about. And we're actually really excited, Rashik, because end of this month, the founder of the Art of Living is Sri Ravi Shankar. And many of us must have heard about him, must have seen him on his knowledge videos, or maybe a free session. During the pandemic, he was doing 2 free sessions every day. And we had millions joining him globally around the world. And he himself is coming on the course at the end of this month. And he'll be taking a live session with all the participants. And that is happening from the 26th to the 28th of March. It's going to be online. So all we need is a good internet connection. And, we can just connect to the course. Yes. So that is one of the key things that we're offering now. And in fact, last month, we had something called the Pan-European Drive. And we had 5,000 people joining Sri Ravi Shankar for the course. So there were more than 45 countries all over Europe. And from UK, we had about at least, I think, it was 1,000 plus, Helen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, we had more than 1,000 participants all over UK as well.
That's wonderful. And those are services that everybody can get involved in, some paid, some free. So that's wonderful. And Helen, what other ways are there that people can get involved in these kind of services that you provide?
So we're a volunteer organisation. So we do have other aspects to the Art of Living. Many service projects in prisons, for example. Also, there's been an initiative to plant more trees. And there's a sister organisation that really looks after all the service projects, and that's called the IAHV sister organisation. And the email for that, or the website actually is better, is the iahv.org. So if you're interested in particular aspects of environment, or if you have a particular niche, then your skills are so valuable. And also, I think the main thing is to just really look after yourself. So, just come along and try a free taster session and see where that takes you. And I think ultimately, if we're okay, if we're looking after ourselves, then we can help other people. And so we're all in a way connected. So just being part of a community and looking out for not only for ourselves, but other people will come.
That's wonderful. Helen, Rachna, really appreciate you taking time. Thanks for everything you're doing. And for the listeners out there from Rangoli Radio, this is an example of some of the kind of services that we want to make you aware of. So often we're not aware of a range of the things that are available to us. And it's through these kind of discussions and the radio station that we'll be able to help promote some of these ideas. So thank you all, and I wish you all a nice rest of the day, and hope you take advantage of some of the great services that Art of Living provide. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.